Hello, beautiful ones. So today I wanted to speak with you about Lemurian manifesting versus Atlantean manifesting. And versus kind of makes it sound like they're like against each other, but really they're just different ways of co-creating with reality. So this is going to be especially helpful for those of you who maybe have tried typical manifestation methods, like you've done the visualizing and the feeling and the vision boarding and the journaling, and there's something that just sort of feels off to you. Maybe it feels like it leaves you feeling anxious or like you're trying to control reality too much, or it feels like you're not getting it right, or maybe you just haven't even really gone that deep into it because there's just a sense that there's a bit too much control present in those kinds of teachings for your liking. And this is also going to be interesting for you if you actually love that process of manifesting and you're just naturally really aligned with that way of doing things. So let's get into it and talk about first what the difference between Lemurian manifesting and Atlantean manifesting is, okay? So let's start with the more traditional manifesting that is taught, because for me, this is the echoes of Atlantean manifesting. So let's just feel into the difference between the ancient civilizations of Lemuria and Atlantis, because this already is going to provide the framework of what we need to know about the foundational energies for the manifestation processes in Lemuria and Atlantis. So Lemuria predates Atlantis and and is located in the Pacific Ocean and that Pacific energy. And we think of, Hawaii as being a remnant, the French Polynesian Islands being remnants of Lemuria. And it was a lot more heart-based. A lot of people feel more that it was like more feminine energy. It was very nature-oriented. And there was more of a focus on connection to nature and tribe and family and the beauty of nature and the beingness. And because of that, there was just a lot of powerful sacred simplicity. Like the Lemurians, although they did have, very interesting sort of biotechnology and shape-shifting abilities and beautiful homes and a lot of amazing things, there was just this happiness in being with nature and being with the waters and being with the dolphins and the elementals. And it was just like more of a simple life. So let's put it that way. Also very water oriented and connected. Also, Atlantis was very water oriented and connected. And Atlantis, as you probably know, is in the Atlantic Ocean and was more of that masculine, more mind-based society that really loved to co-create with science and co-create technology to advance their civilization. And they were a lot more interested in, yeah, like building, like being more in that masculine energy of what can we create, what can we build, what can we do that's new, what can we do that pushes the limits to what we've already done. And for a long time, this was connected to the heart and this was connected to soul. And it was just a beautiful golden age civilization of co-creating with mind and co-creating with the cool ways that we could just like do life in humanoid bodies. And of course, as many of us also know, the society fell in consciousness. And eventually, the continent and the islands sank, and the remnants and the ideology of Atlantis spread instead across the world. Some of it, the high wisdom and the light codes, but a lot of it, the sort of also the shadow frequencies or the fallen consciousness and the ways that we perceive reality from that level of consciousness also spread. So Atlantis and the fall of Atlantis was a lot closer to us in the timeline than Lemuria. So our society has actually been very influenced and actually is founded on Atlantean principles, but the fall and fall and fall and fall and fall until we have like a very patriarchal um mind-based world that's not deeply connected to heart and emotion like Lemuria was. Okay. So that's just like a bit of a backstory for those of you who are a little bit newer to Lemuria and Atlantis. And for some of you, that's just like, you know it. You're like, okay, cool, next. So Atlantean manifesting, in the golden age, co-creating with mind, that would have been very still connected to heart and soul. So this is something that the processes that we're more familiar with. Okay, I desire something. Let me think about it. Let me focus on it. Let me use my mental capacities to visualize it. And let me influence the emotional body through this focus to promote the physical and emotional bodies to start to feel how it would feel to have that thing or to have created that thing, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. So when this is connected to heart and soul, what we're going to co-create with mind is going to be of the highest and best. It's going to be coming from that wisdom of God that dwells within us. However, when the mind and the heart and mind and soul are less connected, and mind is taking more of its prompts from fear or from the ego, then we have what is mostly manifestation today, which is, let's say, as an example, someone doesn't feel safe in their bodies. Very common, right? I don't feel safe in my body. I don't feel safe on this planet. And I am not really trusting that Mother, Father, God is going to take care of me. Okay, what am I going to do? Okay, I'll manifest. I'll manifest, $10,000 a month coming in my business because that's going to make me feel safe and it's just going to make me feel really good and safe and amazing and, happy and all the things. Yeah. However, when that person goes and they vocalize that and they say, okay, $10,000 a month, $10,000 a month, yes. And everyone in the spiritual community seemingly is going, yes, you're specific on what you want, focus on it a lot, feel like you already have it. And they're like, yeah, 10 grand a month, 10 grand a month. That can actually work to 100%. That can work. And in many cases does work if you beat the drum long enough to create that, let's say in this example, right, the $10,000 a month business. However, that mental co-creation, that mental manifestation has actually been founded from fear. And a lot of the time we don't recognize it, that it's actually our fear that's driving the manifestation, our fear that we're not taken care of, our fear that we're not safe in our bodies, our fear that Mother, Father, God has abandoned us. And we're not conscious of that. We just know, oh, the idea of a lot of money, for example, right, still in this case, just feels good. It feels like, oh, that's what I need. And that is more perceiving life through the ego because the ego in this case has made money out to be God. Ah, if I have enough money, I'll feel better, I'll feel safe. But really, only Mother, Father, God can do that. Soul, source, whatever you want to call that frequency of the divine, that's actually, and especially the Divine Mother, is the only true energy that can actually cause us to feel truly safe. So when we're looking at Atlantean manifestation, again, if we're really unified with heart and we're really coming from heart consciousness, then that mental manifestation can be really amazing. And we're actually just manifesting what our soul is already desiring and is already coming to us anyway, but we might be speeding up the process or we might be having a little bit of fun with it. Um, but honestly, in my perspective, that's really not happening in most people's manifestation processes. So we have these frequencies that were very prevalent in the fall of Atlantis of control. I don't trust life to bring me what I need, so let me control and multi-manage it. Multi-manage it. No, I meant micromanage it. Micromanage it so that I can bring what I want into my reality. And a lot of the time, if our ego and our fear is driving us unconsciously, we're actually not asking for what is going to ultimately be of our highest service. The ego has its own timeline that it thinks usually it's yesterday. Oh, I needed this yesterday. And there's a rush to it. I got to create this. There's also a sense of I've got to be somebody, I've got to prove myself oftentimes when ego is driving our mind and our beingnesses and our experience in that moment. Okay. So, for this reason, so many people have not really enjoyed the manifestation process, even though it's taught over and over and over again, get very specific and blah, 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 all the things. A lot of us have ended up feeling very, we have anxiety or we feel like ugh, we're just trying to control life for too much, or we get, and this has happened to me, I'll get really like, oh, yes, oh my God, I'm manifesting. Oh, my life, amazing. It's so amazing. And it's like the spiritual high. Oh, but it's almost like I'm trying to tread water. Like I just got to keep myself high, high vibe, visualize it, feel it. Oh my God. But there's like a lack of embodiment to it. And ultimately I'll end up just going, oh, just be like, I can't do this anymore. I'm so exhausted. Like this is feeling like I'm compartmentalizing aspects of myself and my body's not really on board because my body's going a lot slower than this. And this especially is going to be true if you are someone that's more Lemurian in your nature, that you've had lifetimes in Lemuria and also lifetimes with the divine feminine and the service to the divine feminine or the waters. That's especially going to feel sort of unnatural for you because it's not really in harmony with how you remember deep down that you really truly bring in all that you need and your heart desires to live an amazing life. Okay. So let's talk about Lemurian manifesting instead. And I'm going to give you a summary, a simple summary of what it's very different Lemurian manifesting looks and feels like. But I do want you to know that I'm teaching a free in-depth workshop on this. This weekend, at the time of uploading this, January 6th, 2024. So the link to join is underneath this video. If you really want to do a deep dive with me, and especially at the start of the year, it's a great time to learn what I'm about to share a little bit more and really get into it so that it sort of aligns us more on the path of heart rather than overly control this year. And if you're seeing this video in the future and it's past the start of January 2024, the workshop is actually going to be on my YouTube channel. So after you watch this video, you can go find a video with the Lemurian Manifesting Workshop in it. Okay. So Lemurian manifesting is it honestly, the Lemurians wouldn't have even called this manifesting, but it's the languaging that I'm using because it really speaks to in our current experience and how we define it really allowing our heart's desires and beauty and flow and abundance and peace and love into our lives. Yeah. So Lemurian manifesting is heart consciousness. Imagine that you're in Lemuria right now. You're in this beautiful, sort of tropical Polynesian sort of island energy. Yeah. And you're in Lemuria and you are connecting into your heart. Okay, so you're in your heart chakra, and what you can feel and see is this really beautiful heart star energy. It's really big and expansive, and you are just feeling in your joy. You may also become aware of a toroidal field around you. For those of you who know what that looks like, it is the energy field of the heart and around Gaia, and it goes up and around, and it also goes down and around. So your heart is powering this beautiful toroidal field, and you're looking around through your heart and all the trees, you're seeing like these crystal sort of sparkles, crystalline light in the trees. You're looking in the water and you're feeling and you're seeing the crystalline light in the water. And you are even aware of like the rainbow frequencies and the songs and the sounds of Gaia and you can feel the hearts of your beloveds, your family, your Lemurian tribe, and you feel your heart connected to the fairies and the elementals, and you feel your heart connected to the stars and the star nations. And because you are living in such heart consciousness, you are harmonized with God. You're harmonizing with Mother, Father, God energy. You're really allowing your I am presence and your higher self and your soul to be one with you. And because of this, you are actually connected into timelines and realities of heart consciousness, of love, of appreciation. And you have this beyond trust. It's just a knowingness that Mother, Father, God provides for you what you need, what your soul need, and what your soul desires in the perfect moment that you need or desire it, and that perfect divine timing for it to come to fruition. And if you are involved, if your body is involved, or if your voice needs to be involved to co-create and to bring it forth, you're prompted from within, and it feels like inspiration of something that you might need to do or go to someone. And it feels just like the river of life is flowing through you, and it's very organic and natural. And imagine living in this way that your heart is just beaming with your soul energy, Mother, Father, God energy. And sorry, I got distracted because I think the computer is like glitching a little bit in my recording. Um, and yeah, just like imagine that. Just feel into that. And this is, in essence, how we can start to understand Lemurian manifesting. It is heart consciousness. It's living in heart consciousness. And it is intending to harmonize with Mother, Father, God in every moment of every day through your heart. And obviously, this is going to be a whole spiritual journey and experience and evolution for ourselves in this lifetime, because our world looks and feels very different than the golden age of Lemuria, when it was just so easy and natural and normal to be in heart consciousness. You lived in a world of peace and love. However, that same Lemurian wisdom is waking up within us and saying, in order to recreate a world, but in a different way, this is going to be a new configuration. But still, it's that wisdom in order to create a world of peace and beauty and family and harmony. It is through the heart, and it is to bring back this intention, this intentional heart consciousness based way of living and relating to nature and relating to others that will manifest this experience in your life, but also manifest this experience for the world, because Lemurians were in unity consciousness and they cared so deeply about what their family was experiencing and how it was more of like a one heart energy, right? It's like, much less individualistic than our societies typically function right now. So if you are, saying, okay, that more resonates with me, how do I practice Lemurian consciousness every day? Well, you would be intending and allowing spaciousness and time in your day to build a relationship with your heart chakra. And I personally, I love dolphins and whales. I'm the founder of the Dolphin Rose Temple, where we work with the whales and the dolphins and the angels and the Ascended Mermaid Collective and Mother Ocean to help us to connect in our hearts and to heal. So I absolutely love working with the Ascended Mermaid Collective, the dolphins and the whales, to help me activate my heart chakra. I also love working with Mother Mary and certain ascended masters and really asking them for help to open my heart chakra and to be filled with love. Of course, Divine Mother, Divine Father, God, is our go-to and our soul. Thank you for filling me with unconditional love. I love you, heart. Thank you, Divine Mother, for opening my heart chakra and filling my heart chakra with so much love. And we're really setting the intention to commune with Mother, Father, God in our hearts every day, thereby aligning us and harmonizing us into timelines and realities that vibrate with love and God consciousness. Because God consciousness, unity consciousness, covers everything that we need and desire. It is abundance, it is love, it is soul family, it is health, it is prosperity, it is peace. So there's more of a surrender to God with Lemurian manifesting and a more of a trust in knowing that, I trust Mother, Father, God to take care of me and to bring me that abundance and to bring me that love. And there's less of a focus on saying, okay, hey, I want to experience XYZ specifically, and more of an understanding of what I really want to experience is the remembrance of my own divinity, to know myself as abundance, to know myself as love, to know myself as light, and to get to enjoy my reality through this lensing. And when we have this lensing, we also have a lot more wisdom around the challenges in our lives because our heart actually is able to tell us how our challenges are actually helping us to evolve, to serve the liberation of all beings. A lot of us have taken on karma for the collective and have taken on contracts to serve the collective through being a little bit of a garbage cleanup crew for the planet. So we do experience challenges in our lives. And if we're doing the old school manifestation, we may tell ourselves, oh, I have a challenge because I'm not high vibe enough. I had this challenge because I didn't focus enough on my vibrations. And so this is coming into my life. I need to correct that. And more with that Lemurian manifestation. I love how like every now and again my computer just glitches, but that's okay. With Lemurian manifestation, I actually don't love it. That was sarcasm, but I do love my computer so I can record this video. With Lemurian manifestation, we have that heart wisdom acting and speaking through us that we can see, oh, I'm actually really grateful for this challenge because I realize that, through maybe it's a relationship that's causing difficulty. It's like, wow, through this experience, I realize my heart shows me that I am really learning how to be in my sovereignty and to speak my truth with kindness. And that's a weakness that I had before in my life. I've often, not shared my truth and not held my, own energetic space. But I can see I'm grateful for this challenge right now because it's guiding me to evolve into the person that I really am, the one who can speak from the sovereign heart. And so, again, even with Lemurian manifesting, it's it's seeing your life through the heart and knowing that you will have challenges because you chose schoolroom earth in this transition. And this is a part of the journey, but the way that you see your challenges is different. And you actually need to manifest and create less of them because some of those challenges are sent to wake us up to heart consciousness. So if we're choosing heart consciousness every day, then we don't actually need to create so much pressurized situations, so many pressurized situations in our lives that would have served us to remember to choose heart. Yeah. So there's a lot of sort of intricacies around that, which I won't fully go into, but just knowing that when you're choosing to walk the path of Lemurian manifestation, what it really means is you're choosing to deepen into your heart consciousness every day and to really harmonize with Mother, Father, God, and to harmonize with your I am presence. And you can see why this is not as sexy for the ego because it's not a quick fix in the way that if, you tell your ego, okay, we're going to manifest that 10K a month and it's going to feel amazing. And, oh, yeah, yeah, that's awesome. I'm going to love that. I'm going to get everything I want because of that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we're manifesting. We can have it now, 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 now. And it's more of that quick fix energy. Not always, or sometimes when that actually is soul led, but honestly, most of the time, it's that quick fix energy. Again, it comes from fear and it's not actually ultimately really serving our greatest evolution as heart-based beings. It's kind of a little bit of a distraction that we can put our walls up against a God, going, God, I don't actually really trust you to take care of me, so let me do it. Let me do it because I feel like you've abandoned me, so I don't have a choice. So when we're on the path of Lemurian manifesting, we're also on the path of healing, like true, authentic healing. So that's all I'll say for now. Again, you can join us for the full Lemurian workshop, manifesting workshop, which will be January 6th in this new year, 2024. You can sign up with the link below. And again, if it's past that date, like you, the replay should already be on my YouTube channel. So much love. I hope this served you. I'm so excited to get a lot more into this topic. Like in this workshop that I'm teaching, and it's free again, I'm actually going to be guiding you through processes to connect with heart consciousness with the Ascended Mermaid Collective, with the Lemurians, and also really talk about some of the intricacies of from heart-based perspective, what a lack of money actually means in your life, or what a lack of health actually means in your life, and how to come into a wholeness with that and like correct it, for lack of a better word, over time with the heart alignment with God. Okay, so it's going to be really amazing. I hope that you're able to come, and lots of love. Ciao.